Welcome to Everyday Linux User. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to get an Xbox 360 wired controller working with Linux Mint. This should work for other Xbox controllers as well, but for this video, it's the Xbox 360 wired controller that I will be using. In theory, it should work already, but it doesn't work on all games, and it may not work on your system straight away, so this will help you if that's the case. So to demonstrate the point, I've got a game I've installed called Super Tux 2, which is a clone of Super Mario Brothers, and if I use my Xbox 360 controller, I get nothing. So I'm now going to play the game, and you'll see the problem I have with the game is that it's hard to control with the keyboard. Now I know there's a lot of you out there probably keyboard warriors when it comes to playing games, but I'm not one of those people. I'm a console gamer. So the odd thing is I grew up on a Sinclair Spectrum, so you think I'd be good at this sort of thing, but it's been a long time. I mean, it's not bad, but I'm stuttering along and I'm having to use the keyboard. And the whole point of this video is to show you how to get an Xbox 360 wired controller working. So at this point, we'll quit the game and we'll get on to the actual point of the video. So open Software Manager. You can do all this from the command line, but this is Everyday Linux User. We try and do as little from the command line as possible because that's how most people want to use their computers. So Software Manager has everything we need. Right, so the first thing we're going to look for is Xbox Drive. The reviews of this are pretty poor, but it does work. May not be perfect, but it works. Open that up. Click install, if my mouse will let me. Type in your password. Type in the right password. So that's now installed. We're not going to launch it. We're going to install another tool. This is called JSTest. And what JSTest allows you to do is test your joystick. So there were two options there. There's this is the Debian package. This is the flat pack. So we're going to go for the Debian package. Click install. Incidentally, if you need to know the difference between Debian packages and flat packs, I've got a video on my YouTube channel that explains the difference between the two. I'm going to launch that one. And you can see my Xbox controller has been picked up. I can click on properties. And now you can test the calibration. So if I use the left joystick, you can see I have full range. Right joystick's kind of interesting. You'll see it's stuck to the left. So if I go left, it goes to the top. Go right, goes to the bottom. Go up, nothing. Down, nothing. So interesting for that is if you look at the axes below, when I go left, you'll see axis 3 goes all the way down, and if I go right, it goes all the way along. Axis 4 sits in the center, and when I go up, it goes all the way off, and when I go down, it goes all the way on. So I believe that's working. I just think that the axes thing isn't showing the correct thing there. So the D-pad, right, left, up, down, and you can go full range. Shoulder buttons, the back buttons, and then you've got the 4 down the side there. And if you click the left button down, you see number 9 and number 10 for the right side button. So that appears to be working. So the next test is to test Super Tux. So let's do that. So I've got the joystick working now. So here we go. And instantly I feel the control in my hands. And it's much more intuitive. So checking the controller, if I use the two shoulder buttons, the right one shows me to the right, left one shows me to the left. Incidentally, if I use the right hand controller as well, does the same thing. Right, left, and up shows me up, down shows me down. The down on the left is a duck. The up one doesn't seem to do much at all. And then the buttons do the rest of the controls. So I think you can all agree that the joypad is now working on this game. So we'll close Super Tux. And that's that for now. Okay, so the next game I'm going to show you is Open Arena, which is a Quake clone, just to prove that it works. So there's a little bit more setup in this one. We go to controls, you have to turn joystick on, and then for moving you have to set the controls here. So run walk, and then we'll gradually set all the so jump, crouch, turn left, turn right, and then we'll go to shoot, and in there we'll just use the right trigger. So that's the control setup, and then we can go back and we can play the game. So into skirmish, click next there, and we're ready for a fight. As you can see, I'm absolutely shocking at this game. I've never actually played it before. I was never very good at Quake. I am colourblind, which I'm going to use as an excuse. It's the only excuse I've got. So yeah, that's Open Arena working. Now I want to show you something else. I'll put exit the game for this because we don't want the sound working because I'm talking. Right, so sometimes when you're running a game like Open Arena, you will have a problem whereby when you set up the controls, it won't work with the joystick properly. So what you can do is you can run another application. I'll show you that now, down here. And you have to open a terminal, and you need to install this application from Software Manager, but you can't run it graphically. It has to be run from the terminal. So the application you're looking for is called, take my caps lock off, QJoypad. As you can see, I've got it installed already, but if you didn't have it installed, just search for QJoypad. When you open this up, you'll have the option to install. I've got launch or remove, but you have install there. When it is installed, don't click the launch button, it won't work. So what you need to do is go to the terminal, type sudo QJoypad. As you can see, it's got a load of things going across the screen. But you can minimize the window, and when I open QJoypad, you can see this is the screen you'll get. And what you can do is in here, you can then set, so you can turn the joystick off now. And what you can do is set keys to act as the keys you want to use. So it doesn't matter which keys you use. So I'm going to leave all these as they are. Make sure we use completely different key to the one before. So they've all got different keys, and shoot needs its own key. So I've got G up there. So on the right in the IO Quake, we have run, and what we want to do is do quick set, and then you click the thing that you want to do. So for one walk, I'm going to press the trigger button, and I'm going to type in O. Walk forward, I'm going to press forward on the joypad, and I'm going to press A. And then backwards, I'm going to press Z. Step left, I'm going to use the left trigger. Step right, I'm going to use the right trigger, and I'm going to set that to S. Jump, I'm going to use the Y key, and the Y button on the joypad, which is going to map to the X key on the keyboard. Crouch, we're going to use the A button on the joypad, and press the E. And then turn left, we're going to use the left joystick controller again, and then press D, and then turn right on the left joy, and then press T, and then I'm going to use the B button on the joypad and press R, and that's going to give me my side step turn. And then not forget on the shoot, I'm going to press the, in this case, what I'm going to use is the X button on the joypad. And the reason for that, if I use the trigger button at the back, it auto shoots, which isn't what we want. So that's why I'm going to use the X button. And so I'm going to set that to G, and then we're done. So now I can save that as my open arena settings, minimize that, go back to my game. And then I can play the game again. And it should still work with the joystick, even though I've got joystick turned off. The QJoypad is acting like the keyboard. I'm still terrible at the game, but we can see that's how QJoypad works, which is quite a good tool for games where there is no joystick control. That's the end of the video. If you like what you've seen here, click the like button, and please subscribe to see future content from Everyday Linux User. In the next video, we'll be looking at GeForce Now, so you can use your joystick controller to play games like Fortnite on a budget PC. Thank you for watching.